Hello, you lovely 50,000 like-minded people. I followed up on the discussion for the Google Assistant for Wear OS 3. Yes, we made some good discoveries in our previous video and discussion, the posts I've shown you, but I have now participated in that discussion myself. But let's get to Caesar first. I am very disappointed in my purchase of the Samsung Galaxy Wear 4. The reason that I purchased this watch was because I could take advantage of Samsung's hardware with Google software. Unfortunately, I have been pressured to use Samsung products over Google products. Okay, so far he isn't really happy about using Samsung services, especially when he has been given a choice to start with. But let's continue. I want to have the ability to choose which products I want to use without being forced to use the Samsung products. I do not like Bixby, I never have, so when Samsung and Google joined forces, I thought that I can have Google Assistant on the Samsung watch. Needless to say that I will not be buying another Galaxy product again. My next phone will be a Pixel, and I can hope that by then they will have a Pixel watch. Well, hold your thought here, because I believe that the Pixel watch actually has been delayed for that particular reason we're discussing today, the Google Assistant. But hang on, stay with me here. So Michael chips in and he is trying to help, which is we are really thankful for. Caesar, I am using a Pixel smartphone with the Galaxy Wear 4. The issue you may be alluding to may have no bearing on the phone you are using with the watch. When I saw this reply, I thought, okay, thank you very much, but it doesn't go really in the direction we wanted to go to discuss the Google Assistant, right? So I chipped in with the following reply. I believe what Michael is trying to say is that you can safely buy a Pixel phone, or in fact any. The issue is with Galaxy Watch 4 itself, and it's not connected to your phone. On this note, I am interested to know who's actually working on the Google Assistant for the Galaxy Watch 4 in terms of who can we ask and give a little nudge, Google or Samsung or both. Just a side note here, I have contacted both companies and I got one reply. Is it in the works already, or is this still being discussed? This may sound crazy, but can we as consumers, like you and I, can we as consumers get this going? I have seen plenty of people who bought this watch on the promise of the Galaxy Assistant coming at a later stage, and I'm going by all of your comments in the comment section for that previous video here. However, many are losing faith as Samsung promised blood pressure and many other functions in the US years ago which never materialized. Really appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. Thank you and greetings from Munich. I do understand that the FDA is playing a role here when it comes to these approvals, but I wanted to make sure that everybody gets that people are bought, or people bought this watch on the promise of getting stuff later on, whether it be the blood pressure, ECG and what have you, but also the Google Assistant. Thanks. If I understand the issue the user has correctly, it is with Wear OS and not dependent on the phone to watch connection. See here. So at this point, I wasn't sure if my post wasn't really clear enough, or maybe is it just kind of avoiding the issue here. But what I did go on that link and checked it out. And it has diverted me to another Google Assistant post. Google Assistant not working properly on my Fossil Gen 5. Please fix it. If I say call mom, it doesn't respond, need update. And John came back with the following. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a known issue at the moment, and if I'm honest, it's been a problem for a while now. All I can recommend is that you use menu help feedback, send feedback in the Wear OS app on your phone to report it directly to the development team whenever you encounter a problem using Google Assistant on Wear OS. Hopefully the team will be able to use feedback like yours to ultimately resolve all of these assistant problems in the future update. Okay, so after this post and realizing that the Google Assistant doesn't work on my brand new Fossil Gen 6, the one I have right here, I started to dig in deeper. And I think we have a bigger issue here at hand. And please bear in mind that all these discussions I'm showing you here today are fairly recent. Google Assistant problems, and there seem to be many coming up here. We can't open any apps, we can't send a message, we can't call someone. Is this the main feature which are available on Wear OS but not available on TicWatch? He's basically saying what he's using, TicWatch E3 and the Samsung phone M12. All permissions given to Google Apps and MobWai app and watch and phone also. Okay, although this user is reporting this particular issue or issues for the TicWatch, when you actually dig in more, even deeper, then you find that this is across all Wear OS watches. And I'm going to show you this here right now. But before John also confirms the theory here, he says these are unfortunately fairly widely reported issues. It's not something specific to your device as far as I am aware. So he is already confirming what I found out. Okay, here's what really gets me. There's so many people reporting on the same issues for all the devices, across all devices that run Wear OS, all over and over again on many occasions. And here, this thread has 173 replies, which is obviously too much for Google. So instead of fixing the issue, they locked the post. So you and I will not be able to participate any longer or find any answer to all the issues that are being discussed here. I am starting to believe that Samsung is not at fault here, because how can you allow a Google Assistant that maybe works to 50% of your expectation? How can you allow this to have this on the phone? And Samsung is also the only company that replied to my request to find out what's happening with the Google Assistant on the Galaxy Watch 4. So they quite nicely acknowledged that it is a delicate topic, and they will dig in deeper to really get back to us and maybe hopefully have a solution for our audience. But Google, well, they obviously didn't reply. If they lock a post and they don't want to hear anything from you guys anymore, well, then they're surely not replying to me. Who am I? So kudos to Samsung. And all of this also makes me believe that the Pixel Watch has been delayed for this particular reason. Can you imagine that launch of a Google Watch, big bang launch, Google Watch, Google Pixel Pro 6, and the Pixel Watch and the Google Assistant is... So here's what I don't get, because Google only employs people that have like huge degrees in technical engineering. Even when you go and apply for a sales job, a sales rep job for Google GCP, for Google Cloud Platform, you still have to have a huge bachelor in technical engineering. So what on earth are these development people doing that they just either don't listen to the feedback or can't fix it? I'm going to leave the link for the post in the description below, but please be aware that these people are trying to help us. They're not Google employees. But if you feel like you would like to participate in this discussion, feel free to do so, and please be respectful. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this awesome community here. As always, until next time, I will fight for the Google Assistant. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. But now, peace out.